Check out the Patriots and the Broncos once again on NFL Replay. Time now to focus on our scout side. That means Daniel Jeremiah is back. We're going to talk safeties. And after watching the way the Seattle Seahawks use Cam Chancellor, especially in the run game there on defense, lots of teams want a big physical safety. Do we have one here this week?
There's one to keep an eye on, and that's from the North squad that we watched today. Deion Buchanan from Washington State. This is a guy almost 6'1", 216 pounds. He is a heavy hitter in the run game. We'll get to see that more as the week unfolds. Didn't move around that bad today. That's kind of the knock on him. He's a little bit stiff, kind of like Cam Chancellor. So, can he really cover in space? Do you want him deep in the back half? Up in the air. But when you talk about a force player versus a run, a big guy to match up with tight ends, that's kind of what you get from a guy like Buchanan.
And DJ, Jimmy Ward, not only a really good story here this week because he comes home to Mobile, Jimmy Ward also a legitimate NFL safety to be.
Yeah, this is a guy that really didn't have many scholarship offers coming out of high school, goes to Northern Illinois, and all he does is make football plays when you watch him on tape. I love what I saw from him. We talk about safeties that are big and that can force the run. This is a safety you can put in the slot. He can cover man-to-man. He's very athletic, fluid hips. He's explosive. He gets his hands on footballs. Just a really, really good football player. I think this is a great forum for him this week. You're going to see him get his hands on some footballs, make some interceptions, make some plays, and hopefully for Jimmy Ward and his family, make some money this week, Paul.
I think he's probably off to a pretty good start. Daniel Jeremiah providing the scouts.
Side of the last scrimmage was Aaron Donald, defensive tackle from the University of Pittsburgh. He had a big day. Big 68 across from him. He ate Cyril Richardson's lunch all day long. Number 97's quick. He's explosive. He wins with his first move. The only time he gets in trouble is if you stymie that first move, then those short guys struggle when those big offensive linemen are able to get their hands on him. So I thought both those kids had great days.
Aaron Donald, perhaps the most decorated defensive lineman here this week, but the University of Minnesota provided a very interesting one as well.
Yeah, Rashid Hageman. I mean, this guy, when you watch him get off the bus, as we like to talk about, he is the guy you want leading you into an arena because he sure looks the part. 318 pounds, and he looks like he's carrying 275 pounds. But sensational player in terms of getting upfield, good movement that way, and one thing that he does very well is bat balls away. I mean, he's a guy almost double figures this year, knocking balls down when people try and pass at the line of scrimmage. But I watched him in workouts. Good hands is what I saw today. Mike just talked about Aaron Donald winning on the first move with some violent hands as well. This was Hageman today. I like this kid. He's really come along. I think he's made a quantum leap from his junior year to his senior year, and this is his week to carry it on.
Potential first-round pick?
Oh, absolutely. And when we get to the combine, he's going to be freaky. And, people talk about the Michael Orr blindside story. This kid's more Michael Orr almost than Michael Orr was. We're talking about a kid whose mom had a cocaine habit, whose father was shot when he was a young boy, and ended up being adopted by a very affluent white family and had to move out. And it was a really tough upbringing for this kid. He's overcome a lot, and I'm really excited to watch this story throughout the draft.
We've talked about three players. They've all been linemen. It's time to move on.